Hello YouTube, it's 2 Ounce Bounce and I'm here to do another rant for you people. Today's rant will specify around 2 channels of television that have gone straight down the crapper ever since, late 2003, 2004, and so on and so forth to this current period of time. The 2 channels that we're going to take a look at is Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Now I'm going to start off with Nickelodeon for one reason. They messed up almost as bad as Cartoon Network, but in more places, more so than Cartoon Network. So we're just going to cover their faults first. First up, why did they get rid of all the good shows? I mean, we had Cousin Skeeter, Kenan and Kel, Ren and Stimpy, Angry Beavers, Invader Zim, Doug, Oh Yeah cartoons, if any of y'all were around for that. That was basically when they had, some of the cartoons that you watch now, like Fairly Odd Parents and Chalk Zone, were just ideas. They weren't really shows that were, making all this money. They were just ideas. And you got little type of, previews of it. And they were like 1-minute episodes. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty unique. Then you had shows like All That, and then Saturday Night Snick, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I mean, you even had the Wild Thornberrys. Personally, I didn't like the show, but I know a lot of people who did, so I figured I'd throw it in as a good show since I know a lot of people that did like the show. But yeah, other than that, all those shows were great. I mean, they were good, had entertainment value. You could laugh, and you could do a lot of stuff. You could laugh. I mean, some of the shows actually had, emotional moments, and I know some people that cried during some of the movies they used to have on. I mean, back then, if they showed E.T., it wouldn't be too out of character. But nowadays, what do we have? Literally, we have iCarly and SpongeBob and that Jackson VP. Honestly, for the last 3 days, I've looked at Nickelodeon, and anytime I turn to Nickelodeon, those are the only 3 shows I ever see on. Every now and then, maybe once a week, I'll see the Fairly Odd Parents on, and I'll catch the last 10 minutes of it. But then right after that, it's either iCarly, Jackson VP, and SpongeBob for the rest of the day until Nick at Night saves you from this horrible despair that we call television. I mean, really, where did all the good shows go? I mean, they kicked off half the good show. Well, actually, no way. They kicked off all the good shows and only kept SpongeBob, and I think they're going to get rid of the Fairly Odd Parents soon enough. I mean, all the good shows are gone. I mean, what do you have on Nickelodeon besides those 4 shows? And, as I said, Fairly Odd Parents doesn't even count anymore because that's coming down on its last minutes alive. SpongeBob, that's just going to be alive forever. So maybe SpongeBob is a good show, so I'm not going to knock it. But iCarly and Jackson VP, really? Are you serious? I mean, the biggest thing that iCarly had going for them is when they had Fred on their show. And I don't know if you know about Fred, and I'm probably sure if you're watching anything on YouTube, you know about him. Personally, I think Fred sucks. Do you understand me? Fred sucks, okay? I don't care what anybody has to say about it. Fred is not funny. What he does takes no talent at all. And I will prove you this right now.
I ran into the room, right, and I jumped in the air. And then I threw a bubble shield out for no apparent reason at all, just to be funny. And then I went to search for my sniper rifle, so I switched between weapons. Then I shot the bubble shield.
Now, how you people find that as quality entertainment is beyond me. But anywho, let's get back to more important things, shall we? As I said before, Nickelodeon is falling apart at the seams. They seem to have no good shows on anymore. I mean, I can't even watch 2 hours of Nickelodeon without either falling asleep or having to go away because it was so boring that I would rather play chess or checkers than sit there and watch this crap. Then again, Cartoon Network is no saint either. I remember back in the day where Cartoon Fridays was around, and the cartoons hosted it, and they were actually pretty comedic with their little anecdotes and little funny stories that they had to go along with the action-packed shows or the comedy shows that came on the same night. Also, they had Toonami running from 4 to 7 every weekday. And they had lots of good shows like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Tenchi Muyo, Rurouni Kenshin. I mean, they had it all going back then. I mean, everything was running on full cylinders. I mean, pretty much every show that was supposed to be funny was funny. Every show that was supposed to be action-packed was action-packed. But now, the two major shows are freaking Chowder and Flapjack. No, I don't think you understand. If you've seen Chowder and you've seen Flapjack, and that's the best thing that you've got going, that's pretty sad. Chowder is basically Patrick off of SpongeBob, but, a little bit smarter, even though he's not too much smarter. And Flapjack is basically a version of SpongeBob, except he's a human, and he's also pretty dumb. So, I really don't understand what's going on here, but, Cartoon Network's falling apart. I mean, at least Cartoon Network got rid of that fried dynamite. At least they could see that that was a bad idea. That show Out of Jimmy's Head. I mean, there should be no live action shows on Cartoon Network. I mean, maybe that would be fine for Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, but Cartoon Network is all about cartoons. There should not be a real live human in an actual 30-minute block program in which the show revolves around them. That was just I'm sorry, but Cartoon Network just dropped the ball there on that one. Another thing that, Cartoon Network kind of shot themselves in the foot on was taking Toonami off of weekdays and only giving them a little, 2-hour spot on Saturdays. And basically, 1 hour was Naruto and 1 hour was Justice League. And then you get 2 other crappy shows that nobody ever really watched or cared about. So, yeah, basically they just got rid of Toonami, let's put it like that. But yeah, it's just so stupid. Why do these two networks, who used to be so great, like when Cartoon Network had Toonheads and Tom and Jerry, like when Boomerang was actually a part of Cartoon Network and Boomerang was not its own channel. Yes, I know Boomerang has its own channel on cable providers. I don't know about satellite. But yeah, back to what I was saying. They used to have a lot of good shows, just like Nickelodeon, but, they got rid of them. And now all I see on Cartoon Network are the following shows: Flapjack, Chowder, and every now and then I'll catch some weird show that I don't really know, or came on way, way back in the day, such as Courage the Cowardly Dog and Ed, Edd n Eddy. I'll rarely see those, but they do come on still. Apparently they do. But yeah, now I'm going to show you what a typical fanboy of these two networks looks like. There seems to be a house up ahead. Guess I'll go check it out. Looks pretty safe. I hope whoever lives here isn't a crazed Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network fanboy. Oh boy, do I hate those. Oh my god. Hello? Anybody in here?
Yeah, right here! Right here! Up here, you idiot! That's it! I'm coming down! Hurrah!
Hello, yeah, I'm one of the good TV activists, and I'm here to exterminate all bad TV all across the internet, Viacom, and all such things like that. And I'm targeting Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network for their tyranny.
But you can't do that! I love Nickelodeon, and I love all the cool TV shows on Cartoon Network as well, such as Chowder, Flapjack, and on Nickelodeon I even enjoy SpongeBob. He's quite adorable once you get to know him. Wouldn't you agree?
Dude, look, get over it. I'm shutting both of these networks down, and there's nothing you can do about it. It has to be done. These networks' tyranny have gone on far enough, and they must be put to a bitter end. Even for you fanboys, even if I have to eradicate you myself, I will.
Then die!
Wait, what?
That's right, take this, you communist! This is for Chowder! This is for Flapjack! And this is for SpongeBob!
Oh, and I would not be laughing right now. Why would I not be laughing right now? Because that really happened to me. This is not a joke. This story is as real as my Halo 3 Spartan body armor. And, stuff like that. But yeah. Normally I don't carry a sniper rifle, but ever since that incident, I'm going to carry one from now on. But anyway, this is 2 Ounce Bounce. I hope you enjoyed this little rant or whatever you want to call it. And I hope you had a nice day and an even better tomorrow. This is 2 Ounce Bounce, and I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.